he was a saint. He is a saint, not was a saint. He was talking about Albert Einstein, how he burned his house down. His house is in New Jersey. I didn't know that. You know?
Yeah.
Oh, it seems he was in his 80s or like he was not like young
Yeah.
when he burned it down. So his son is watching, like everything is going up in flame, and his father is like not at all perturbed, and he says send out a call to all our family and your mom so she'll come and watch. I'm like, I cannot even fathom what is that going on in his mind. You know, he says she will never see this type of spectacular fire.
Oh my goodness. He's funny.
She must have had a lot of patience to put up with him, I'm
Gosh,
sure.
I know.
So then, his son is trying to comprehend what is he thinking, and he says, "This is a brilliant fire," but he says, "But all your work is like burned."
Yeah.
He says, "That's good because he says now I have a clean plate to start over." I'm like, what type of a resilience that is, right?
Yes, that's amazing.
Yeah. So that's what we need to develop. Like it's not about how many times we fail. It's like what are we putting forward. So one of the things, like my husband, like I have like, see today I'm starting my liquid fast. Like I'm doing something called Nirahara Samyama. Neer means liquid, Ahara means diet. Neer Ahara. Nirahara Samyama means a method, like a path. So that actually has three levels. The first level is 2 day liquid diet followed by 1 day solid. Then the second level, so I did it April 1st and 2nd. April 3rd was a break. And then we have to go 7 days straight liquid diet, 1 day break, which yesterday was the break day.
My goodness.
And today is level 3, 11 days straight liquid diet. So my diet actually, I made a rasam, like, just chili. So this is my diet for today, like, so, but you can drink anything unlimited, okay?
You don't feel sick, like hungry?
I have like whole beets as a powder, and it's called TMG powder. I'll show you what it is. This is the powder, TMG powder.
Huh.
So it is made with whole beets, and it directly goes into the cells, gives energy. So whenever I drink in the water, I'll just add like a little bit to it, and that resets the cellular energy. See, the whole idea of food is a myth. Because what happens is the food has to be digested by the belly, get to the brain. So we are working our body constantly.
Right.
This bypasses the whole work
Right.
and gets it into the cells. So they don't need to do anything. And in one sip, I feel better.
Right. Oh, that's great.
And it's like, the reason dimethylglycine is the way body uses it, dimethyl. So it needs two methyl units. Trimethylglycine is dimethylglycine has like few seconds life. So when you give it that way, the body cannot even process, like meaning like in the tongue itself, it will be disappearing. So trimethyl gives it like maybe like 30 seconds.
Right.
Like it stretches it out for you.
Right.
So by taking this sip by sip the whole day, you keep your energy up and you are not at all bogged down. The reason I took this path was when I joined this space, just then Obama increased it to 275. I would have no time to go to the bathroom, no time to have breaks, and people always will have ride waiting. They don't have time to talk. Like always, somebody is calling them. My ride would leave, please. They wanted to be zipping in and out, in and out. So I was getting little aggravated because I couldn't even understand how the staff didn't even have common sense to see. I'm not even taking a bathroom break. I'm not even taking lunch break, and they want me to tell them. Even though everybody conveniently gives themselves a break.
Right.
And Dr. Dow, who's the medical director, he conveniently orders food for himself, never thinks about his staff, never shares. So how do you think you expect to survive this type of environment? So one of the things in my life is never complain, problem solve. And this happened in my home too. Initially, I got married. My husband is in recovery. The minute I come home, he will hand over everything, children, everything has to be taken care of, and I have to handle. I wouldn't have eaten the whole day,
Right.
and I would have to be very, very cool because otherwise, you have a problem, it look like, and you need to calm yourself. You need to figure it out. He would have no allowance that I haven't even put down my bag before he can like take off. So one of the things I used to do is never go home hungry. I'll always pull in, have a dollar menu,
Right.
and because dollaritarian is the whole way I lived because I always had to pay off my dad. I was the breadwinner, but my husband was the controlling guy at home. And he being in recovery, the only thing he needed to do was go to the meeting, take care of himself, and I am accountable to not be his trigger and to take care of myself, produce the money. He'll take my kids on vacation. I'm not allowed to go because I'm the breadwinner. And he would go on cruise with his daughter, father-daughter trip. I'm not allowed to go because that's his responsibility. He's doing how good he is in recovery. He gets a chip every year. I get no chip, but I have to show
Yeah,
results.
exactly.
So because of him, I learned it one way at home, never to go home hungry. And when I joined Dr. Do, I understood I'm doing it another way. People who think they are normal, who treats others different. So I'm playing the other side. So I asked my teacher, can he ordain me to be a saint? And so I will learn how to live without food, how to live without sleep. He did ordain me. I went 2016. I remember I took a month break, and so he taught us like how to stay awake for 22 hours straight, how to not eat food and be. And so he taught us very very simple technique. So he gave us 40 different items, 40 different items. It'll be like like all the leaves, fresh leaves ground with spices. You take 1 teaspoon, you get energy.
Wow.
So it was amazing, and fruits and like little pieces. But he says be ahead of hunger. Buttermilk you can have ginger. So last night I prepared ginger and pepper with lemon and salt, Himalayan rock salt. You soak it, and when you have a kefir, half a cup, you just put 1 spoon in it, and then you can have. So you can have multiple different items you introduce to your body, which is it's really fun. The whole meal feels so much
I
fun.
bet, yeah.
So this is like fascinating way to live. So it's not exactly fasting, it's not feasting, but it is being ahead of hunger. Like remember when you cook a feast, right? You feel so fulfilled, like you don't even feel like eating. It's similar to that. You cook like so many items, even that aroma itself settles you. That's all. Our body is only looking for an experience.
Right.
It's not even interested in the food itself.
That's true.
And that's the way ancients used to live. They are called Gandharvas. These beings, like Peter Pan and Tinkerbell, they would be in this field where they are like all filled with energy, like how she sends in pixie dust.
Right.
That's all you need,
Yeah.
and your
Exactly.
energy is restored.
Wow, that's
So
amazing.
I became the pixie.
Yeah.
Seriously, like actually, people in energy they even call me pixie because that's what they see. Because they said I emit like so much fun,
Yeah.
So they even the gardening, I get like a lot of fairies. They'll hang out with me.
Right.
Seriously, I'll see them. It'll be like little,
Yeah.
like almost they look like butterflies, in energy.
And
So they'll be like yellow, green. Like if you pay attention, you will even see it in energy. So and the plants also respond to me because they when I go there, they'll be very happy. You could see even in energy that way.
right.
So I decided to do the Nirahara Samyama only because the office treated me in such a way. I want to fit into that role where I don't need to eat, I don't need to go to the bathroom, and I'll be the perfect person they need to employ. So and it reset my life. I started like this in 2016. Took me 1 year to get ahead of hunger because it takes time. Because one thing is, it's not even about hunger. It's are you pleasant to be around? in spite of being hungry.
Right.
That's the first
Right.
part.
Yeah.
So these people get snappy. You
Yeah.
don't want to be a snappy turtle, you know.
Right, exactly.
So that took me a year. Now I can easily go until 5 p.m. without eating. So that's why, like, I bought all this, and I bought a banana. I bought a so it's like, for solids, like, sometimes fruits is not a big deal too, because,
Yeah.
but even they say banana has now arsenic.
Really?
What they do is, it seems they buy green bananas from Mexico. They mix it with arsenic and they pour it, so it will turn yellow, but so it will look ripe, but so it seeps in. We are actually poisoning ourselves by eating bananas.
Oh my
The
God.
very high arsenic content. You didn't know this?
No.
You should watch that. What the hell?
I will watch it because I've been eating bananas every day thinking I'm doing something great for myself. I didn't know that.
Because arsenic has a sweet taste. If
Yeah.
you've tasted it, that's why, like, some of the heavy metals have a sweet taste.
Yeah.
So because of that, we get addicted to it,
Right.
and then we hurt because these all we file in our body. If you do a heavy metal testing, seriously, like, it's I think it's like $80, $87, I
Yeah.
think. Get like your hair follicle or something, like, send it off. Do a heavy metal testing. Your insurance will cover it. You will be able to see what all metals you have, because that's the reason for achiness.
Because my husband bought a bunch of bananas and he said, "Oh, they only have the green ones, right?" And I thought, that's okay, no problem. So he put it, and then by 12 hours they were yellow.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, how did that happen so
It's
fast?
arsenic, yeah.
Now that makes sense to me.
And also they emit gas, okay, toxic gas. So you would see, if you even if you do nothing, in 2 days it gets rotten.
Right. Right.
So it's like amazing, like, how much pollution we have.
So, like, do they do that to organic bananas also?
The thing is, there is nothing organic. What they are saying now is our land is 10 feet polluted now. 10 feet. So you need to dig deep. So because of that, even the seed itself now has E. coli. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah. See, remember in the past we used to think it's contaminated, the lettuce, and they used to have a recall. The recall is not because of the leaf; it's the seed itself. And the GMO foods which they are manufacturing are programmed in the seed core itself to become so resistant to bugs, they deter. The bugs cannot even eat them. And imagine how much the bugs cannot eat, because the bugs, at least if they digest and maybe see how much it is capable of sustaining itself, and that's the same way it's going to treat us, right?
Yeah.
It's not going to be digested. What are we eating? It's
Yeah.
plastic food,
Right.
and that's why we get like exhausted.
Yeah.
Like, when you eat food, I feel more drained. But yesterday was a break day, right? Today morning when I woke up, I was like exhausted.
Yeah.
Seriously, I was exhausted, and some of the food smells so musky. Like, I can smell the, like, almost like the hormones they emit. Like, you could feel. Like, one of my friends said, it feels gamey. And I have no idea what I'm eating. Seriously, I have no idea. And it's like, it's fascinating. And the same food that used to be attractive to me, like, I'm like saying, oh my God, I don't want to waste it, but I'm forcing myself to eat.
Right.
It's very fun.